20-second delay here. Hey guys, sorry. I think I've got everything right. Can y'all hear me? Can you see me? I'm working on two computers here. I don't want to hook up my webcam. So I hope you can hear me and see me. I can see me, but can you hear me? Thank you, Myrtle. Thank you, Stephen. So, yes, thank you guys. So YouTube told me I had to go live or I'm going to lose all my stuff. Um, and so I didn't want you guys to think that I was going live because it's my birthday and only because it's my birthday. That's not the case. It kind of ended up being a conglomeration of things. And I don't know, it just right timing. So it's good to see everybody. Um, Papa Shrimp will be here in a minute. Also, if I got him the link correctly, I am working on. I have my Surface right here that has such a better picture and everything on it. But I'm looking at my laptop over here, which I don't. It hadn't been what just well. I haven't streamed since August. August was the last date I think that it was that I streamed, and I have forgotten how to use everything since then. So I have learned a lot of other things, but this I have forgot. Let's see. There you are. Okay. Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you? I'm trying to get everything set right. I haven't done this in so long.
I was just saying it's been since August since I have streamed, and I was trying to get everything right also. So hopefully it works out right.
Yeah, the lighting
Am I,
isn't too great here, but oh well.
well, I mean, look at mine. I think, and I don't have a mouse, so I'm trying to go all the way back. Am I delaying now?
It's kind of jittery on my end from what I'm seeing from you.
Hmm. I might have to put my webcam out. So
Are you going off your phone?
no, not as of yet. I don't even know what I did with my webcam. um, I just got my speakers out to my laptop a minute ago. What did I do with it? Let's see.
I'm trying to get the YouTube page up so I can get the chat box.
Maybe it's in this box. I
It's been
think
so long,
the
Jess.
last.
I missed you.
I know. I know. Okay, let's see. Oh, we pushed the wrong button. I think I found it. And it may not be my webcam. I may have to get on my laptop. I may have to swap over to my laptop because this Surface just may not have enough data, you guys, to run this. Okay, found my webcam. I'll hook it up to my laptop. Although the picture on that is going to not be as good.
Oops, wrong button.
Uh-huh. I get to laugh at you. Especially when you get two Googles that haven't done this in a while.
Okay, now I got echo.
Hang on.
There it is.
I'm gonna say this surface may not have be able to carry the bandwidth, or I don't know what that shit's called. Um, I may have to swap over to my laptop. It it used to be able to carry it. It's just not as a good picture, I don't think, as this surface is. Oh well, let's
There we.
see.
I'm learning. I'm remembering how to do this stuff.
Right, me too. Okay, all right. I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna come up on my laptop. Okay,
Okay,
so you don't
I'll hold
drop
the fort
off.
down.
I don't know if I'll get back up. All right. I'll be right back, you guys, and we'll get this thing started. And I'll say hi to everybody and everything.
Okay.
All right. I'll be right back.
What's up, Jeff Kane? How you doing? It looks like I'm still on here, so that's good. I'll say hello to everybody. I know we're goofy. Jeff Kane, Chevy Fish, Linda Worth, Bionic Bigfoot, Liquid Zoo, My Fish Tanks Aquatics, Myrtle. What's up? Oh, look at that. Matt threw down a 149 super sticker. Thank you. John Paul, hello. Eduardo, good to see you. Vibes Aquatics, Skull Aquatics, Stephen P, Jenna, Red Laser, Joseph Stanley. Who else? Who else do we have here? I'm scrolling, scrolling. Aquafunk, what's up? Let's see if any other new names. I'm looking. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Skipper, what's going on? Hey man, I have your shirt. It's addressed, it's packaged, it's ready to go. I just got to get to the post office. So I'll get it to you as soon as possible. Geek Boy, what's going on? Biggie's support group. Hello. Still looking, still looking. I think I made it to the bottom. So we're gonna have some fun. This is kind of weird because Jess texted me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go live. You want to go on with me?" And this was like at 12:30 ish around there, and I was like, "Well, I'm still at work, and but I want to go live, so maybe I'll just take a lunch." And then I thought about it for a little while, and I was like, "Screw this! I'm going home, and I want to stream from my room." Since it's been so long since I've streamed, I did like a month or two ago, but it was just a random pop up thing. But I really missed hanging out with Jess and haven't talked to her since forever. I've talked to her husband Joe more than I've talked to Jess lately, so that's kind of weird. But he needed some recommendations on some Christmas gift ideas, so I did that. Yeah, she tricked me, Matt. No, actually, she's trying to switch over to her PC because I think her phone wasn't working or something, or her camera. Um, who knows? We all get to the bottom of the chat. It's too easy. But anyway, so yeah, what the heck? I came home, clocked out from work. and said, I'm going to do this stream because I miss Jess. There she is. And I'm looking around and I don't see a loop system for her air pump yet. There you are.
You got to plug shit in for it to work.
Yes. I have my air loop system. I have tanks. Yeah, you do. Watch that language, girl. Oh, wait. It don't matter. I don't think.
There we go. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm experiencing a little bit of a delay, but I hear you and I see you
Okay.
fine.
All right. Good. Yes. Plug it in and it'll work.
Okay, there's good. Now.
Okay. Now let's see if it will let me go back. I think it will. Maybe. Let's see how far to let me go back. Okay. The last. It will only let me go back to 209.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
as far as your chats.
Oh, but Matt gave me a super sticker. Oh, thank you, Matt.
Yes, I already said thank you. I ran down the list and said good morning to
Well,
everybody
then I'm
while
going
you
to
were
do a
away.
blanket.
Or good afternoon,
Right,
whatever.
right. All right. Yes. So, let's see. Does it show me? Oh, 32. There's 32 people in here. I'll be damned.
Wow. Not bad for the first stream in like ever.
Well, let's see. August. So August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 7.
4.
7 for me. It's been 7 months since you guys have seen me on here anyway.
Yes, where you been? What have you been up to?
It took me 7 months to do that kitchen.
Wow, really?
Really? But it's kind of like really should cut that in half because I only got to work on it half time, part time, because I'm subbing still like every day. And now I'm at pretty much Landon school every day. And we never stopped lacrosse. Lacrosse has just kind of kept going. He did spring ball, summer ball. Now we're into fall ball, spring ball. I don't know. They just started their spring season, but
Right.
It's kind of that contrast. We've had our first 3 games, and 2 of them were this weekend, and we did 1 tournament. But it's nonstop. So I have been posting videos, but it just hasn't been these kind of videos. It's lacrosse games. So, and then I'm doing a little coaching also. So, yeah, I am
Spread thin.
freaking spread. And I still do have tanks, and I will get to that because I know I did put on there breaking down the fish room. So the first thing is I did change back to mains, tails, fur, and fins. I think that that the morning show has come and gone. I just think it's, it had its error. It had its time. And it still be, it's still there. I'm gonna put it under its own little thing. But I do have Got Guppies now. I'm not going to change the channel to Got Guppies. I'm leaving it Main Tails, Fur, and Fins because Got Guppies is really a sub company of Main Tails, Fur, and Fins. So I'm going to leave the channel as Main Tails, Fur, and Fins. And I've got to go over and I am going to kill the Aquatic Morning Show's YouTube page. Like, I'm just going to delete it. That it won't be it won't be a channel anymore. It will be it'll it'll just be a show on Mansfield Fern Fins, how it used to
Right. So
be.
you're going
The
to do
good
it
one.
like an event every once in a while. You'll do the aquatic morning show,
Yeah.
but you're going to keep it on this channel as the
Yeah.
main title.
Yep. Exactly.
Cool.
That's it. Yep. Um, it just, like everything, it has its time. It fades in, it fades out. And I'm cool with that. Life is busy. So, I do have got guppies. The web page is um, up but not active. I can show it on here. Um, that is the logo that I had on the thing. But I am still keeping my guppies. Um, I've got some of Greg's angels still, and I still have my uh, L333 plecos. I'm keeping them, but I am breaking down this room, and so that's why it says I'm breaking down my fish room because I got to, and I know I was talking about this before I ever ended the show, but I've got to reinforce this floor. Like for someone that started with a bang, ran running, got up and just flew, didn't know what I was doing, learned as I went, and as shit happens, the floor has gotten wet way too many times. And
No,
I'm
no
not on
way. You overflowed your tanks?
no. Or they, would catch a spring a leak and you wake up the next morning and you have an inch in your tank. Yeah. A few of those have happened as well.
I
So
get it. Now, are there plans to rebuild and get back up to like what you had as far as number of tanks running?
yes. Yeah. When I redo the floor in here, and pull the carpet out, um, I am redoing it. This big thing that my dad made me. Oh, the big son of a gun. Come on. There we go. Nope. Come on. Sit right. Behave. Be a good camera. There. Okay. That thing, which is just is a big, I don't know. It's got two shelves at the cabinets at the top, and then it's got three shelves, which my daddy built it to be able to put three, I think, 30 gallons on it or 40, maybe 340 gallons. But I'm gonna turn that into my frog thing.
Terrariums and stuff, or
Yeah, because I'm gonna put it in the living room. I'm gonna move it out of here because the amount of space that it takes up in that corner, catty cornered, is a lot. It takes up a lot of room right there. Um, and then I'm still working. In fact, I've been working on breaking down the beta barracks. I'm still working on that in between doing everything else. But yeah, I have to break this room down. I've already started moving fish into the living room. Um, I don't think if I can try, I'm gonna stay. Try. I am going to try and keep all of the lines that I have because I've still been working on them. I have bought several from Jay Oliver, and they're having babies and getting going real good now too. Um, but it's just it's just a slow freaking process. It's just slow. It is. It's got guppies.com. But it's not active. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I haven't made it active yet because of shipping. I'm not comfortable with the weather at the moment for to ship anything. Um, so as soon as weather starts getting better, I'll start shipping it and I'll make it go live. It costs me more to make it go live, y'all.
that's for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. see if I can pull it up on here.
I definitely understand the slower rebuild process. Um, I've done it enough now to
Yeah, yeah.
where,
I think you have the yeah,
yeah, I
you
mean, I've done it so many times now that this time around, I'm kind of just, I'm taking it one tank at a time, basically. And I'm not trying to rush it. I have those tanks up there that are empty and they're not even cleaned out. They still have the old substrate from when I tore them down almost 2 years ago and put them in storage.
yeah,
So I'm kind of just one tank at a time. I have three on this rack that are still dirty, and I have three on this rack. Now you can see I put water in there because I'm going to do something that I'm not supposed to do. And I'm just doing an experiment because I did it with the tanks that I have down here.
uh,
Um, these tanks that I have right here. What I did, which I took the lazy route. Now, I do not recommend it to anybody, but I took the lazy route and I had these tanks here set up on the rack. I was focused on getting the top tanks set up. And in the process, I started taking the water out of the top tanks and putting them in the bottom tanks because I felt like it was a waste of water
uh-huh.
unless I did something with it. So I just put them in these tanks. I didn't clean the tanks or anything. It had the dirty substrate, dirty filters. I just filled them up with water. And then I took the water out of there and put it in my bucket and got rid of it. And I kept on doing that. But what I found out was after about 3 months of doing that and not putting any livestock in these tanks on the bottom, that they looked like they were cycled and clean. So I scraped the glass off
Yeah,
and swished the substrate around a little bit to get the detritus up and dead snails, whatever. And I sucked them up and then I filled them up with water and started putting shrimp and plants in them.
yeah,
And they turned out awesome. So I'm doing the same thing with that tank. And I'm going to take the lazy route and see if I can reset it for Caradina shrimp just by using the substrate that's already in there. Of course, I'm going to put some new substrate, but I'm not going to go through the process of taking my tank apart, cleaning it out, washing all of the glass and putting it back up and recycling it from scratch.
right.
I, I'm going to try it. I've done so many different ways of setting up these tanks that I'm getting more and more comfortable of what I can and can't do. So
Right.
I totally get what you're going through. And it's very overwhelming. Once you tear things down and you look at the pile of stuff that you have that you used to have running,
Yeah,
it makes you go, do I really want to set this all up again?
yeah, yeah,
Because I went through that. I almost was like, I don't want to go through this again. I had 30 some odd tanks sitting in my garage, but I kind of just said, you know what? I can't be without my tanks and I got to do something with these racks. So lo and behold, now I've got, I mean, all my tanks that are active are doing great. I have hundreds of clown killifish now. It started off as a little project that I can do this and I can
so you're
master breeding
amazing with them.
over. Every single tank that I have has at least 2 dozen, at least. And I got 8 tanks, 9 tanks with clown killifish.
Wow.
All different ways. This one's set up a certain way versus
Yeah,
that one versus that. Is and they're just popping out babies left and right. So I'm like,
like I say, you
I can
are the
sell
king of them because I had no luck with them. No luck.
I can't not breed them. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm like, well, there's more babies again. Now I got to be careful. I don't want to scoop out any babies. Look, there's Pile of Clock. And he got like 20 of them from me a few months ago. So he's trying different methods also to see which way works better for him and his water conditions.
Yeah.
But it's
It. And that, and on top of everything else, I'm still taking classes. I'm still taking college classes. So yeah,
Jeez.
um, um, I haven't passed one yet, but I'm still taking. I was yeah. I don't know. I've got I've got to. Um, I just got to take the finals, and I just hadn't had time to take the finals. This is the website. This is Got Guppy's website. Um,
Awesome.
them Berlin swordtails. I've got so many of them suckers. I've got to move them just as soon as shipping is good. I've got so many of them, and the regular koi guppies. But
Now
it's
you remember back in, it was probably right after Aquashella. I had told you I had gotten some of the double sword tail guppies. I don't know if
like that one.
the gold and blue, Japan
Oh,
gold and blue double
yeah,
sword. Yeah, I had gotten some from Aquatic Arts when I got my killifish that I started with, and this was like I said, back in whenever right after Aquashella when I did that, and I had three of them, a trio, a male and two females,
yeah.
and now I have, I don't know, probably 150 of those suckers.
they I've got some um of these
Hey,
going
Five
pretty
Pound.
good. Huh?
Carrie, she joined us.
Hey. Oh, what's going on? I hope I'm not. I mean, it is what it is. If I'm streaming over someone, I'm sorry. But
Right? And that's been one of the things ever since I stopped streaming on Wednesdays. When I get when I get the I don't know, the feeling that I want to go live, and I sit there and go, well, it doesn't matter. Everybody's got a time slot now. It doesn't matter the time of day. There's somebody streaming in the aquarium community somewhere. So
yep,
it's kind of one of those things. We gotta just, I don't know. Sorry, don't mean to be rude, but I want to stream too. So if I'm over your time, hopefully I don't take people away from you. But if I do, sorry. You know.
and I used to not, and y'all know this is just as much. I used to not be this way. I used to not be. Uh, I'm just gonna stream when I can stream, and I'm sorry if somebody is live. But for circumstances I'm not going to talk about, there's a good reason. So, but
I got you.
um,
I was going to ask, so
you
what
know,
happened, Jeff? But I know better. I know you're like, damn it, Jerry, don't get me
I'm gonna
started.
whoop your butt, right? I'm gonna whoop your butt.
I know.
I'll
I
just
love
say it
you.
like this. I'm gonna say it like this. I got my feelings hurt really bad, really, really, really bad, to the point of it just wasn't worth it. Um, to do it anymore. I mean, if it that's it, point blank. Um, and it's taken me a long time to come to this realization that I'm just gonna stream when I can, and it's whoever else's business to stream whenever they want, and that's it.
I got you. And that's kind of why, for me, when you sent me the text today, it's like I need whatever I can do. I want to go live with you because if there's anybody that I have enjoyed my YouTube experience with the most, it's been with you. I mean, we've had a awesome YouTube relationship, and it's not even that. I think our friendship is deeper than just YouTube, which to
Yeah.
me is more valuable than anything in the world. So
Right.
I'm going to support you and be here with you when you do this as much as possible, because I
Right.
know you do the same for me.
Yes, definitely. And and that's what happened. That's what I thought, that the the friendship was more than just YouTube level. So learn lesson. But
Yeah, and that's the other part. We've talked a little bit here and there since you stopped streaming, and there's been some things that I've mentioned to you that I've seen go on that hurt my feelings, and that I think people are taking advantage of, I guess, the opportunity while I'm not streaming.
yeah,
But you know, it's little things that these people that are supposedly our friends, that they do and they say when we're not listening or not on stream, that it gets around. And I find it just kind of like you. I don't even want to mess with it anymore. I'm having more fun right
yeah,
now with
right,
my aquariums, just doing it because
yeah,
I want to, and
right,
not because I have to put out content
right.
or I
That's it.
stream or show off my tank. No, I don't care
Right,
about any of that.
right.
I'm enjoying just doing what I do, and I think I'm pretty darn good at it, even though my
Yeah.
tanks, kind of look fugly, but
Well, I don't.
doesn't
I think
matter.
you got your tanks have always, to me, have been so creative with the minimalist amount of something in it. It has always been so creative. I can't do that. I can't. I can't take a piece of wood, put it in there with some moss, and it look amazing. Yours do. You have that gene. You got that. But
Thanks, Jess. It's all about keeping it shrimple.
that's right. That totally, totally. My computer
Have you?
says, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, have you seen that the Facebook group that switched over from the USA freshwater shrimp and plants? It kind of got switched out since
US.
Rob took over the original group and made it basically freshwater shrimp, but through Flip Aquatics.
Nope.
We took the group and started a new one for USA freshwater shrimp and plants. They just did a giveaway today. I'm a moderator on that channel. Um, you hit the wrong button, Jess. But I'm a moderator on that channel. I feel honored for that. But Eric Lucas from bipetshrimp.com, Rob and Ree from
Don't know
Shrimp
what I
LP,
hit.
Carrick Payton, a lot of the big breeders, Teeter's Tanks, are all monitors or moderators on that group. And we did a 500 member giveaway today.
Oh,
So
wow.
if y'all get out there, go check it out. There's the way that they've redone it and set it up. I think it's a lot more beneficial.
And you say it's USA.
Freshwater shrimp and plants.
USA.
It's really good. I think we're trying to do things a
I
little
see it.
bit differently and be more helpful with the vast amount of knowledge. I mean, there's some top-notch breeders that are a part of this group and that are on the moderating group as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool. I look forward to seeing it grow. We're going to do some big giveaways when we hit 1,000 members. And we got some heavy hitters that are helping out. So I think if everybody, you want to learn more, go there.
It says I am when you join groups, it makes you answer these questions. And a lot of times I'm on my phone and I ain't got time to answer these questions. So I'll just hit yes, I agree, and then I don't answer the questions. But this one right here, it says, how did you hear about our group, Papa Shrimp?
There you go. You got an in right there.
There you go. Now, there's another one that says Nano Aquarium, Shrimp, Fish, Plants, and Snails Community Flip Aquatics.
Yes, that used to be USA Freshwater Shrimp and Plants, but Rob took that group over when it was having. There was a lot of tension in the group, I would say, back in 2019, and around 2020, right before COVID, Rob took that group over, took it away from the other people, and said, "I'm going to manage it and run it." And because of member drop offs and just things not being as good as they expected, even though they have 20,000 plus members, he decided to change it to nano fish tanks and everything, sponsored by Flip Aquatics. So because of that, we just took the group, moved it, and then Eric Lucas from bipetshrimp.com, he spearheaded recreating the group and getting the right moderators in, which thankfully I'm
Eduardo.
included on the list.
Tension. You mean drama?
I'll put it this way.
How do you say
Back
hit
in
the hammer on the nail on
2020,
the head?
yeah, back in 2020, I had gotten so frustrated with the group because I couldn't even ask questions without somebody bagging on me for doing it wrong or not doing it their way or this and that. And it just, the arguments and the drama that I would see from post to post and people to ask a simple question. Hey, I'm just wondering. And oh, you shouldn't be keeping shrimp and blah, blah, blah. It just, I got frustrated with it. And I remember telling Rob, I was like, dude, what's going on with this group? And he was like, I'm taking it over. And then I kind of just stopped paying attention to it, you
Yeah.
know. But I like this new one. I
Good.
think we need more help as in a nice way. And people shouldn't be so stingy with their knowledge and making people feel bad for doing something differently.
Why can't everybody just get along? That old saying, right? And put a
Well, I could.
twang on it.
Matt says I was very nice about how I said all of that. This isn't the morning show. Say it like it is.
Right?
Well, Phil Thorne, beep, beep.
I was told
You know,
I
the
was saying dirty
efforts.
words earlier, and I'm not supposed to do that. Thank you, Eric.
Is it your birthday?
It is.
Well, then how come we're not doing a big birthday celebration of blowing out candles?
I didn't want to um, make it look like I was only going live because it was my birthday. So I just really haven't said anything about it.
Oh, come on. It's okay. It's you. We all love you. Everybody send money. Send money now. No drama about it.
No
I'm not
drama
trying to.
about it, right?
Yeah, there's no drama about it. Just send her money, okay? It's her birthday.
It really comes down to I got this nasty letter from YouTube the other day that I hope that I am streaming within the time they allotted me, saying that if I didn't stream, that they were going to take away my monetization. And I don't want to go through that again. So I was like, well, I'll go live when I can. And it just so happened that I really didn't have the motivation to get up and do a damn thing today. And so it worked out that I was had time to stream, and you were able to get on here with me. And that's the reason why, not because it's my birthday. It just worked out that way.
I tried to explain to people that, I haven't streamed in so long, but then you messaged me and I was like, whatever I could do. I'm leaving work now. I'm going home. I'm going to stream from my room.
It well, I mean, was it? It was a month ago, 2 months ago that you had asked me if what was it? Was it the holidays?
I think so. I think I was off and I had anticipated you'd be off as well. And I
Yeah,
kind of just
yeah,
wanted to stream, but I didn't want to stream alone. I wanted to
right,
stream with you.
right,
And I figured
and
maybe we could take advantage, but you turned
yeah,
me down and hurt my feelings.
I know. I didn't want to. I really did want. I think actually when you text me, we were on our way back from Dallas for some reason. Oh, lacrosse. We were on our way back from the lacrosse tournament, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
But I would have if I could have. It's like you don't care about us, do we not matter? Of course you matter. And y'all don't know it, but I do watch. I'm just busy and I don't want to say anything. And, you know, you learn stuff when you don't say anything.
Yeah, it's kind of cool being a lurker, huh? Sitting in the background. And I'm like, oh, hopefully nobody types in my name so that they don't know I'm here. But I also like it the other way too. When I jump on a channel and they're streaming and
Okay, I figured it out. I know what I'm doing.
what do you
Landon,
do?
I'm having to use Landon's remote or
Oh
Landon's
no.
mouse. And it's one of these that have these extra buttons on the side.
A
And
gamer mouse?
apparently one of them knocks me out of my own.
It takes you back. It's the back button.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what it does. So I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Geek boy, thank you. I'm not going to say I ain't going to do it again either. It's just too easy.
That's funny.
Psychedelic
So
campus. I have
how
not.
are your frogs doing?
They all died, so
Oh no.
they aren't doing well. They
What,
I don't know. They were good, and then all of a sudden, within a day, they were just gone. It was. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I almost want to say that it's the bloodline that I got because I have not went outside of that bloodline and bought any more. And everybody that I've talked to says I'm doing everything right except for having them in their paludarium that I bought over a year ago to put up set up that I haven't done. But I have all of the stuff sitting on top of it to do. I just haven't done it. The stuff that I won from the fishfam.link when I won all that frog, I have it all sitting right there on top. Of course, let's see. The plants look like this. Now they're huge because they're still sitting here and I'm still watering them. I've got them. I ain't let go of them. They're doing good, but they're not in soil. They're still in the pots. I got them. But I'm gonna get them again. Like I said, when the tanks come off of here and I move this to the living room, this is gonna be my Bavarium, terrarium, paludarium case with my frogs, and it'll be in the living room, which will give me. So right now, the way this room is set up, I have got my desk is taking up a huge part of this corner. And then that shelving right there is taking up a huge part of that corner of this room. And they're caddied. And so, that takes up 10 foot on each wall, all the way up and down that I could be using, but I have to reinforce the floor first. So,
right.
I've got to get everything
That's the
down.
only downside about the trailers is that you start to get to a point to where you have to start figuring, oh no, this many number of tanks. with this much substrate and the water and the weight and the racks and
Yeah.
just yeah. I don't blame you for being concerned and wanting to reinforce your floor before you go all
Well,
out.
I know. Like, I don't even want to pull the carpet up when Joe's home because I know there's mold or it's sagging. And I mean, there's no doubt. I had a 10-gallon tank on this bottom row that both of us, me and him, filled that sucker up multiple times before we figured out, oh, man, that's some bitch got a leak. I mean, so I can't, he can't just blame me for it because he said he did it too. So, I know that it was leaking and has been leaking for a while, and we just kept filling it up, and so I am surprised that this thing has not just fallen through the floor. I'm super surprised it hadn't just fallen through the floor. So, but depends on if you
That's what I.
leave it wrong
That's why
after
I like
life.
this house. This house, that we moved into last year. I just signed my extended lease, so it's been almost a year now.
Yep.
But I like it because it's no carpet,
Yeah.
and that really helps me out as far as I've overflowed a time or 2 or 12 when I'm refilling my tanks, but
Yeah.
I'm not
So,
worried about it with this kind of floor like I would be if I had carpet.
well, okay, so I don't know if I was talking about this before I left, but I've gotten into epoxy, doing epoxy countertops and floors, and this is what the countertop looks like that I just got through doing.
Wow, that looks awesome.
And I think that's what I'm going to do in my house. But I got for my birthday from my daddy, I got a huge case kit with all of these different colors, additives, and stuff in it. It was a very expensive, huge kit that he bought me, um, that I'll be able to do. And so I think that's what I'm going to do in this floor in here because it's waterproof, you know. And so
Yeah,
if I can do it, I would like to make it so that it has a drain, and I don't see why I can't. So it's just the epoxy self levels. So I'd have to. I'm not real sure how I'm gonna have to do that, but I'll figure it out. I'm not there yet. I gotta get everything out of this room. Look,
yeah.
I've got boxes. You can't see that. Let's see. Feel the boxes on the floor. That's coming out of that closet. I'm trying
That's
to.
crazy.
Well, see, I don't want to throw them away because I can use them to ship with.
But if
Yeah,
they're the free ones from the post office, you can
yeah.
go get more free ones from the post
I
office.
know that's the thing. That's what I keep telling myself. Jess, break them down. Let Landon do a bonfire with them because you're going to use the free ones from the post office. So,
The
but I
only
can't.
reason you need to keep them is if they have the styrofoam in them.
Yeah,
You
not
know,
many of them
I
do.
keep all of my styrofoam boxes. Luckily, my buddy, his wife receives some medicines once a month. I guess not luckily,
Yeah,
but she gets medicines in these covered styrofoam
yeah, yeah.
boxes once a month. So I have like 4 of them now. I'm like, well, I just need somebody to order enough stuff from me so I could fill it up and use it properly because I don't want to be like, hey man, can you ship it? Yeah, one of those. I don't want to be like, hey man, ship it back to me.
The only thing, the only thing is that it's not cheap, and they're so they're. See, it's a big box, a huge box, but it's so thick that the inside is not that big. And
Yeah, it's
so,
very small.
yeah, John Oliver, I know, could stick 8 pairs in here and be fine. Jess Norman, not so much. Hey, John. I was talking about the guppies earlier, man. They're doing great. I need to get some more. I need to order some more L333s too, because I have them in their own tank now, and I had a heater go kaput, and it it didn't cook them. I had two go kaput. I had my 29-gallon in the living room, the thin one that used to have. What did I have in there? Oh, I had all my long fin panda cories in it, and it cooked them along with my bumblebee catfish and my coolie loaches. Oh, yeah, it was awful, awful. And the only reason we knew is because I walked by it and I felt the heat radiating off of that tank.
Look at my bulbitis plant. Look at how big that thing's gotten.
Hang on, let me see if I can remember how to make this thing big. Ha ha. Garcia, what's up? Hello. Miss Holly.
But that's
Thank you, Miss Holly.
That started off a little bitty plant, and now that thing's a whole bush.
That thing is so cool looking. And what is that?
What?
That little stuff.
That's hooker moss right there.
That's your hooker moss. Okay.
Yeah. I have a little experiment on this side where I got my hooker moss, and then I have a little bit of dividers from Breeder Box, and then I have some Mayberry moss.
And you have it just because you're trying to keep the two separate, or why do you have the dividers in there?
So that way they don't crisscross, and I don't have to pull moss out from each different type. And okay. I figured, what the hey, I'm not using those dividers anyway, so.
Right.
But this is one of those bookshelf aquariums. I redid it recently, and I'm using it mainly for my moss and the tangerine tigers.
Can't be cherries without the hookers.
I love my hooker moss.
Right. You're the first time I heard about the hooker moss when we were at Aquashella. That's the first time I'd ever heard of it. Jeff Kane, hello.
There's more hooker moss in there. But I just threw a tank, and I reset this tank.
Give me just a second, John, and I'll fill you guys in that are coming in late what it's about.
And then over here's these are all bare bottom Caridina tanks, and they're breeding like crazy.
Your Caridina?
Yeah, with no substrate on the bottom.
That's what I do. Most of my tanks are like that now.
Well, I was always, and then of course my tub is just awesome.
How is that doing?
It's awesome. Here, let's look at it.
Don't drop the laptop in it.
I won't. I'm leaving it on the table.
Okay. That looks awesome.
Yeah, now there's so many plants.
What's in it? Like what fish?
I have these Vienna guppies that I started off with like 3 of them, and now there's probably 150 or more. And I got blue neos in there.
Okay. Now
I've never done anything crazy with this tub, Jess. All I did was took all of the dirty substrate from my aquariums, threw it in there, and then put about 6 inches worth of substrate, fill it up with water, and that's all I've done other than top it off and pull plants and shrimp and fish out.
Yeah, that's awesome. He said, y'all watch your mouth. Jerry is Hooker Moss, the official name of the new music video. Oh, the new music you're doing.
Sure. Oh, bright lights.
Caleb, hey, sweetheart. Jeff Kane, eventually I want to be successful with that Hooker Moss.
Hey, I've been single for 8 years, and the hooker moss isn't helping me any in that department. So. I'm just using a sponge filter in the tub. That's it. One single sponge filter, and I barely have it pumping air right now. There's a forest of plants in there. I think those right there are just taking care of the tank for me. The water's absolutely clear. I've never had any issues. In fact, a lot of times when I empty a tank out, I put the water into this tub. When I change my sponges out of my shrimp tanks, I squeeze them out in the tub. I know I'm supposed to do it in a bucket or something, but I just squeeze it out in the tub.
Oh,
that way I know it's good water.
Right. Do you have substrate in the bottom of it? I forgot.
Yeah, about 6 inches worth. And I did all of the active substrate that I wasn't sure if it was good anymore or not. I put that on the bottom first, kind of like my dirt. And then I capped it off with sand and gravel.
Yeah.
Hey, Bunny.
Hey, Bunny. Garcia, I don't know. This is just a thing. I don't know what to call it. I am gonna stream when I can, but that doesn't mean that I don't know how often it's gonna be. The guy that I did the kitchen for, I'm fixing to start the all I'm gonna do is paint and redo the baseboards, but the dining room and the living room. But I had to stop from his stuff because I have some stuff of my own I gotta take care of. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I work, I mean, I'll work and then I go to work again. And so my own stuff hasn't gotten done, like breaking this room down and doing my palletarium and, just stuff. And then like Lana's lacrosse is full blown and I'm helping with that. So it's just a lot. I'm just always busy, always. So I'm going to stream when I can, but I can't tell you how often that's going to be or when. So good thing for notifications.
Right. And it's so much easier and less stressful to not be on a schedule.
Yeah. I mean, for real. I do not miss having to be up by 9 o'clock in the morning every morning. I don't. I mean, I love you guys, but that got to be monotonous. But hey.
Yeah, but what are you going to do now? Like, what time are you going to start your mid-afternoon break to get coffee?
No mid-afternoon break.
Oh, darn. Not even in your pop-up?
Nope. It'll be if I ever do another aquatic morning show pop-up, maybe. Because I still have all the stuff. I mean, I didn't know that I still had all the stuff. I ain't been on StreamYard in 7 months. So, you know, Greg, what's up, Greg? I have seen Greg lately, but that's just because he lives close. Oh, John, John Oliver. And for those that just come in and want to know breaking down the fish room, I don't know if I explained it, but I am breaking down this fish room um, because I've got to redo the floor. And I'm trying to keep what I can to move in the living room. And then I'll redo the floor, and then um, I'll have more room for more tanks, and the floor will be able to hold the weight. But you know, I said, like, when I started, that I started and I ran, and I really didn't think about the floor, um, because I'm a woman and I just didn't think about the floor. And but now I have learned so much from remodeling that kitchen. It is unreal. And all the stuff I didn't know I could do that I can do. I'm so proud of myself. I'll have pictures. I've got before pictures, but I haven't gotten but one. I've only taken one after picture. Um, so I'll have to do that. But um, it's it's awesome, and it's like it's a let me how do I say this? It's a bachelor's house. Okay, so it's not girly. Um, it's it's manly. So, but it's still very classy, I think. So it kind of reminds me of like a beach house colors. That's what that reminds me of. These. Ah, these. This is what the floor looks like. But I mean, no, not the floor, the countertops looks like this. But what you can't see is that it's got like a pearl shimmer in it. Um, it's awesome. I'm so proud of it. It's not this thick either, so don't think it's like that thick. You see how thick this board is? How thick the epoxy is? This
Yeah.
was this was my practice piece on wanting to see how I was going to mix the colors and do the veining, and I did not make sure that I had it level. And yeah, anyway, I learned a lot. Oh, Aquaballs. Hey, George. And oh, me and Brooklyn. I have not heard from Brooklyn in forever either. Um, yeah. I mean, if we didn't live 5 hours apart.
So, are you planning any aquarium related event going? Like, have you looked into the expo in March, Aquashella
I
in
need
May?
to. I need to go to it in March. I need to. I really do. I need to think about that. I really need to think about that. I was thinking about that the other day, and then I just forgot to look. But
I, I kind
that's a
of wanted,
big possibility.
I kind of wanted to set up a table, but I'm like, well, if I do, it's going to be kind of sad because I'll have like 100 bags of killifish, 100 bags of these guppies, and maybe 20 bags of shrimp.
Well,
So,
we'll talk. I got to make sure Landon doesn't have a game. But I really do. I really do need to go. I need to go. Um,
what about Aquashella? Are you planning anything for Aquashella?
no, I can't afford a table at Aquashella, and I I'm not out promoting the channel like I was. Um, I'm not out trying to get interviews and stuff like that. So unless there was something that I needed,
You need to come visit your friend Jerry.
I do. I do. I also need to go to John's and I promised him I'd come up there and I to do a video and pick up some more guppies. But the date that we had set to do that, like that Wednesday, something big happened. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember if it was on my end or his end, but something big came up and we had to cancel. And then from there, it just didn't happen. But I do still plan on doing that. But yes, I do need to come see you too, big time. So
Or I could come out that way
you
too.
could, you come help me tear this room down.
I'm going to be pretty busy.
I gotta work that weekend.
Actually, I did something the other day that I hadn't done in a really long time, but I had the day off on Friday and I knew I had some things I wanted to get done in here. And I started like at 9 o'clock in the morning. And of course, I'm sitting there thinking, man, I should stream.
Yeah.
This would be cool. And I could just do my work while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
But I didn't do any of that. I was like, screw it. And I focused on my tanks. I didn't get finished with doing stuff that I was doing until 12:30 in the morning. So basically all day I was in and out of my room. I was filling tanks. I was changing water. I was moving stuff around.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, I know. I get in here and I can't hardly stop. But oh, I don't know.
I can't do it like I used to as far as intentionally doing something so I can make a video.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
know. I'm kind of burnt on that of doing something to make content.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right. Me
that's
neither.
just, I'd rather
Right.
just set up the camera and do what I'm doing. And then hopefully, 8 hours later or whenever I'm done, I've got enough stuff that I can make content with. I'd rather
Right.
approach it that way and focus on what I'm doing with my aquariums and not so much about how I'm filming it. Is the lighting right? Do I got to turn these lights off so there's no glare?
I know.
I'm just,
I
I
know.
don't know.
I know that I get. I think my deal is just life is just too busy to care about content, except for when YouTube tells me I got to. They were pretty rude about that, I think.
It's kind of freaky because back, what was it, a year and a half ago? That's a good time to go back. I was at 3,700 hours of watch time, but I only had like 600 subscribers.
Yeah.
So I was pushing to get to 1,000.
Yeah.
So that way, hopefully, I'd get the hours up. Well, then I stopped streaming.
Yeah.
And I had already, about a year prior to that, kind of stopped making videos quite frequently, like I was. So I started noticing my watch time dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. And now when I go back and I look at whether I can get monetized, well, I have enough subscribers now because they lowered it to 500.
Right.
But I only have like 900 watch hours because I haven't been putting out videos or streaming or doing anything. So I'm like, man, now I got to start all over again. And I don't have the initiative or the want to sit down and create thumbnails and take pictures and then cut out so I can put in thumbnail. I'm like, I'd just rather put a thumbnail that says Papa Shrimp and put it on there and come watch my video.
Yeah. It's difficult to work full time, live your life, and run a YouTube channel. Yeah. Totally.
I wish I could make this full time.
and go to
Yeah, and go to
school
school.
and have a kid with a very very
Demanding schedule.
yes, and he is a sophomore. I've only got 2 more years with him in school, so I mean it's like, you know, but after that we'll be empty nesters, so who knows.
And then you're going to go crazy climbing the walls, going like, what do I do? I don't have somebody needing me to take them here, or somebody that needs me to do this for them, or it's weird. It's a weird shift, and
Yeah,
I've been through that recently with Joey being gone in
yeah,
college. Now he's like, he doesn't even need me. He's like, what's the
right,
password to Hulu, Dad? Oh, hi, by the way, haven't talked to
yeah,
you in 2 months.
yeah, yeah. No, totally. Colton, that's how it is with him. He's working, and I did hear from him today, but I mean, unless I text him, I don't hear from him. I don't know what's going on.
It is.
Fishy Biz, what's up, man? Hi. Jeff does
I
what?
get I get not angry, but it just makes me chuckle every time I think of Fishy Biz and I think of that song and the video. And when I hear the song now, the first thing I do, I'm thinking about Fishy
Yeah,
Biz. You know,
yeah.
I
That's
love
it.
it.
Let's see.
It's such a catchy tune.
I don't have that one on. I thought maybe I had it on here, but oh, okay. I got to do it because I just found it.
Oh, okay, there it is. I love it.
Sorry, I just had to. It was funny. Susie Q. Brooklyn.
Hey, there she is.
Right, Skipper?
Her ears were burning.
Yeah, her mirrors were burning. Yep. But I mean, especially with the economy, you got to freaking work so much to make anything, to pay for anything, and then it's gone again. And then you're broke again, and
Yeah,
you're like, I know I just got paid. Where the fuck did it go?
I don't. The way things are set up right now, and trust me, I feel it. I have empathy for everybody that's out there busting their ass to make a paycheck, because I'm basically a single income
Yeah,
family, and
yeah.
that
But your
it
house
leaves me
note is
absolutely
unreal.
zero money to do what I'm doing. I mean, I spent I spent $40 the other day so I could buy one bag of Fluval and a 12-inch light to put on the 10-gallon aquarium up there.
Yeah,
And it's like it took everything I had to spend that $40. I was like, I could use it for gas. I could use it for a meal or two, maybe one meal. Okay, $40. That's about all you can get nowadays.
that's
One
the
meal.
only thing that with our aquariums that doesn't multiply. Like the shrimp, the fish multiply, the plants multiply, the scuds or the bugs multiply. But by golly, that damn dirt don't multiply, and that sucks.
No, and I'm doing everything I can. That's why I have these tanks with no
Yeah.
substrate,
Uh-huh.
because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I
It
got
is.
I took one bag, 1 4-pound bag of Brightwell, and I filled up the little filter boxes and took all the sponges out, filled them all up with substrate, and I'm using those.
Yeah.
And when it comes time to change out, well, I'm only using a couple of cups of substrate
Yeah.
in each one when I redo it. So
But
to
you
me,
got to do
this is
that.
more economical.
You got to do that because you got to keep some of that your pH down on a bunch of your tanks, right? And so,
Yeah.
but I don't. In fact, the higher my pH is, the better for the guppies. But you know, It just, unfortunately, that darn soil just does not multiply.
No, and I've looked
And
at some of the other stuff, but it's so expensive. Everything that's labeled a shrimp
yeah,
active substrate
yeah,
is so expensive because they're, oh, well, these are shrimp keepers, so we're going to jack up the prices on it. You know, that's why I do a combination of peat moss, which cost me $8 for the box of peat moss granules, and
yeah,
then a combination of peat moss and substrate. And it's basically costing me about probably $4 a filter box
yeah.
worth of, substrate.
I do. The only thing I've got in the bare bottoms is a plant which has substrate in it. But I've got my paludarium that I want it in, and Landon wants me to do his. Well, okay, so I still have the axolotl tank to do, and that's a 40-gallon. And so you're looking at no less than 4 bags, 2 bags of soil, and then 2 bags of sand, you know, and then my paludarium needs at least 1.5 of each. And then Landon's 20 long, one of each. And God, dog, they're at least $30 a bag. I think 29.99 or 29.98, something like that. Um,
Right.
even for the sand, even the sand. And Joe was like, "Well, if you liked regular colored sand, it would be free." And I'm like, "I know I don't, though."
That's why I really liked it when Father Fish had first really come on strong on the scene. Actually, that's how you and I
Yep,
made acquaintance, was through Father Fish.
yep,
But watching his stuff with the dirted tanks and just, go to your backyard and grab a couple of shovels worth of dirt, throw it in your aquarium, and then throw some sand on top. I was like, ooh, I like that. That's cheap. And I actually did it, and I worked it with great success.
yeah,
It was a beautiful tank. The problem that I found though was when it gets to a point like my tank did, that I had to do a complete reset.
yeah,
It was just, it was a mess, and I had no choice but to basically disturb all of that substrate because all of my plants were so deeply rooted into that soil that it didn't matter. I'm pulling them out. Well, there goes the sand cap because I just blew it out by pulling out, a big giant wad of roots.
yep,
That's kind of why it's a combination. Shrimpers don't like a lot of rooted plants because they don't want to disturb the substrate and create an ammonia spike or anything of that. So a lot of shrimpers just use moss or booze
yeah,
or
yeah.
uh, anacarus, or not anacarus, but the other
Guppy
one.
grass.
No, the other slow growing little bitty, not Anubias.
Well, Mobius
Yeah,
is.
yeah, Anubias, but booths and mosses. That's what shrimpers like to use because that way it doesn't stick to their substrate, doesn't cause any problems. So I combined all of that by doing the bottomless, and it's actually, I like it because when I see the detritus build up,
Yeah,
I take this little bitty tube.
and that looks like it came out of a baby brine shrimp thing.
I bought them extra from the brine shrimp direct.
Did you?
I bought these, yeah, I bought these tubes extra. They came in like a 6 pack or something.
I don't
But
even know where
that's what
mine
I'm
is.
using. And I just take this and go around the bottom and suck up the detritus and usually drop it into the aquarium on the bottom right here. And I just pull all the detritus out, whatever little crap I see. Get it? Crap.
Yep.
And it's actually working out pretty good. The only problem is it scares me in the tank that I have a bunch of shrimplets in. because I got to be
Yeah,
careful not to suck the shrimplets up.
yeah. Freak Miss Holly, fun. Have a blessed day. We have
Oh,
missed you. Aw. Thank you, Miss Holly. I miss you. I miss being able to see you at the when I got to hang with you at the Aqua Chalet. She's a super cool person, you guys. Super
oh
cool.
yeah, that
Thank you
was
very much.
that was what in the Aqua Halloween
Yeah, two years ago now.
2 years ago. Ooh, was it two
Yeah.
or is it gonna be three? Wasn't that 2021?
Well,
Yeah,
I've been to two,
that was
and
the
now
first time I was a judge at the shrimp contest.
this year will be the third. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it'll be 3 years this year.
Yeah. Yep. And it was a blast. And they need to do that again. If they're gonna if they're doing them, they need to do that again.
I don't know
Uh,
the way that Aquashella has turned, the way the last one was. It's just going to be a big, what do you call it? Trade show.
so trade show. Right. And
There's no more fun stuff, no more Thousand
right,
Mermaids and activities and YouTube stuff because they can't,
right.
mix the YouTube name anymore into it. So
Well, they could do
it's,
something else, but but that's why I'm not interested. You know?
yeah, I know. And that's what makes me sad is that Aquashella was basically what got me going onto the YouTube side. Going up to Chicago in 2019 and meeting everybody. That was when I first met Fishy Biz, and meeting Lucas and everybody. And it was awesome back then.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, of course, COVID happened.
Yeah.
And
But
then the next one was in Daytona, or was it
yeah,
Daytona or
yeah.
Orlando when we
Orlando.
went out there?
It was
Yeah.
Orlando because this first one was Daytona was this past year and I didn't go.
Yeah.
When it became unpersonal.
Last year,
Yeah,
just,
right.
I don't know. I was
Well,
not impressed.
when we went to I guess it was Dallas last year. Yeah. That's when everything changed. That one.
Yeah.
And
I didn't even come back on Sunday. I was there all day. So
right,
I was there Thursday, I was there
right,
Friday, and I was there Saturday for the actual Aquashella event. But I didn't even stay for dinner. I was looking around for everybody, and there's no YouTube
right,
dinner. Nobody's getting
right.
together.
Nothing.
There's
Right. Nothing.
nothing, no activities. And
Right.
everybody was like, "Oh, we're going here, and we're going to go there, and we're going to go here." And I was like, "Okay,
Right.
see ya." And I came
Right.
home, and I didn't even go back.
Right. That's it. It has become a full blown trade show, and when they took the personalization out of it, it's why I can go to another one. I can go one that's closer. So, I mean,
And it's not like if it's a trade show that you're going to go to and get a bunch of discounts.
right.
As a matter of fact, I see it to where a lot of the places pretty much inflate their prices so that they can pay for their table.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Last year.
Hey,
Whip! Jinx.
yeah, last year when they did the actual, it wasn't called Fish Tube anymore because they can't use that name.
Right.
But they had the creators area, and it wasn't even, I don't know, they made it to where only the invited creators, the big channels, could really hang out in that little VIP area. All the
And
rest of
nothing
us,
was said to any.
yeah,
Nothing was said, and nobody was
until we got
prepared.
there.
Right. Nobody was prepared for it. So
Yeah, and that kind of just,
it's kind of
I don't
shitty.
know, it made it feel very cliquish as far
Very
as,
shitty to me, but
yeah.
I couldn't say
I mean,
that.
yeah, I got to hang out and talk to John and Lisa like I normally
Right.
do. But
Right.
I could tell that they were also, well,
Yep.
we're not really allowed to mingle because
You
we
could
got to
tell there was
go.
a different vibe, total different
Yes.
vibe. Um, and it. I don't know if
When
it
it
was
was run by YouTubers and
yeah,
people that were creators, like all of the people that were doing the fish tube portion of it, that was a very big influence on Aquashella. That was more cohesive,
yeah,
where we were all taking part of it. We all had a part to play in
right,
it, whether it was the little activities,
yes,
whether the aquascaping,
yep.
contests, or just the little fun stuff, costume contests and stuff like that. But now that it's sponsored, it just seems more like, okay, we're going to do a big aquarium trade show, and there's going to be a few locals and the big manufacturers, and there's no more activities, fun, and games.
It
it's
used
not
to
a
be
festival
right,
anymore. It's just a
exactly.
trade show.
That's it. That's it. You can go to a trade show just about anywhere, but you can you it was different. It was different. It was set us apart. It was set apart from any of the others. Now it's not. And so what's diff? You know? If and
Yeah,
then
that's too
and
bad.
honestly, if you hadn't been to the first ones, you don't know what we're quite talking about. Um, but or I guess you could have watched them on YouTube. You could have watched some of the ones that we did, back then. When we would stream and we did the things at
Yeah,
the
having the planned
podium and
stream
yeah,
and all of the, throughout the day, the streaming table for FishTube was going. Different people involved, small channels, big channels. Just, to me, like I said, it felt more cohesive.
yeah,
Now, again, it's turned into, it's all about the money, and it's all
right.
about bringing the manufacturers in with their fancy booth setups and their events that they travel around from show to show with, and that's, to me, it's lost its luster as far as the festival part of it. Bring your kids, bring your family, hang out with the creators and all that stuff. No, it's now hang out with these that we selected for you that have big channels of over 1 million subscribers. The rest, don't worry about the rest of them. They have nothing to do with this. So it's only the big people. And that, to me, is kind of like, man, that just, it ruins the fun of it. That
It does. It does. So
knowing that I can go in there and meet you and talk to you in
yeah,
person, and I
right,
can also go meet and talk to John and Lisa in
right.
person, and I
Yes.
can also go to Jason in prime time and talk to him in person.
Yeah.
All of
Right.
that, just the variety that we used to have versus what it is become
Yeah.
now is just,
Right.
eh.
That's it.
I don't
Totally.
know. I'll just stick to watching everybody on YouTube then, if
Yeah.
I'm not really going to get to,
That's it.
communicate with them.
Right. You said it. Silver Creek, what's up? Yep. They don't care because it's just to make money. And I get it. Everybody needs to make money, but they had it right. They had it going right. They did.
Yeah.
They were going in the right direction. And
When
then
they were
boom.
doing everything they could to separate themselves from the aquatic experience.
Yes.
Because that was the big one back in the day, was the aquatic experience. And that's where they started doing the shrimp contests and the flower horn contests and everything, so on and so forth. Then they changed it to Aquashella and said, we're different. We're not just a trade
Right.
show. We're a
That's right.
festival. We
It's
have
an
activities.
experience.
We have fun things. Yeah. And now it's gone back to, they're sponsored by a corporation, and it's all about the money and not about the fun. It's
Right.
we need to be just as successful of a trade show as this one or so and so, instead of, well, we're Aquashella, we're going to do it our way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, really, Carrie? Wow. Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
another thing. Those
stuff
that
like
were
that. Carrie used to be like the little organizer,
yes.
and
Yep.
getting everybody together, getting everybody on, slapping people around. Come on, Rob. Come on, Jason.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
John and Lisa, she got everything organized,
Yep.
squared away, made sure we all had our tags, make sure, if we were going to
Yep.
be in events, the stream times, what is the subject matter going to be. And now, because she doesn't have enough subscribers, she gets
Yeah.
kicked out,
Yeah.
you're not big enough to help us.
Yeah. That's insane. That's crazy.
For free.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that, that's different. Just the different. This made you feel good, made you feel like you were somebody. But of course, so does this. Well, I can't make it go all the way over.
The Fish Family card.
Yeah. So does that one.
Yeah, I know. I need to get me
But
one. I just haven't had $15 to buy one.
yeah.
If I
Yeah.
have $15, I'm using it for my substrate.
Right. Understood. Understood, especially these days. And this one, and that one, and that one. I have them. Back for when it was good. But, oh well.
What can you do? It's your birthday anyways.
I
We're
know.
celebrating you being the big 30.
Yeah, and sticking to it. Yeah. Hey, Big J.
We aren't impotent enough.
That's
anymore.
why Clash is the king.
Yeah, see, now I need to go to a Clash so I can be sitting there going, the Clash is the way to go, man. Screw that Aquashella crap. But I haven't gone to a Clash, so I can't say that.
The Aquarium the Aquarium. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, the Aquarium Nation Expo in Houston last year was a great expo. I didn't see that one. You only have like 4 tanks set up at your house, Big J?
What's the matter, Jeff? What are you doing? Turn down the Texas Fish Room? Sticking to the Jeff Does What stuff? I've seen some of your videos.
Well, the Clash had. Oh, oops. I don't know. Never been to that one. Never been to that one, so I can't speak on it.
I want to go to the one in North Carolina, the Aquarium Expo, this year. Again, mainly because I want to be involved with the International Shrimp Contest. I'm sorry I missed out last year. That was basically my last stream that I did official, was when I got Therese Neal, and she came up and talked about the International Shrimp Contest.
Yeah.
And then after that, I had to move and pretty much bailed on streaming since then.
Oh, Kara. Maybe because it didn't come up as the Aquatic Morning Show. It's having issues getting back crossed over back to Main Sales Fair and Fins instead of the Aquatic Morning Show. The Aquatic Morning Show is just going to be a thing under Main Sales Fair and Fins, and so is Got Guppies. And Got Guppies is what was on the beginning of the show. That's the logo for it, but I don't have the website live, so not until I can start shipping, and I'm not shipping in cold weather because I'm not buying heat things.
You're not buying heat packs?
Because they're expensive.
Yeah, they are. Well, I don't know. Have you tried going on Temu? You can shop like a billionaire.
No kidding. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I've probably got 50 things just sitting in my cart from Temu, and I get a message at least once a day saying, hey, you can get, like 2 cents, 2 cents off if you buy $90 worth of shit today.
Right. Yeah, and
and
I
free shipping.
fell into that, and I was like, "Ooh, I want free stuff, so let
Yeah,
me go check it out."
yeah,
And then you click on it, and it says you get 3 items, 100% free. Okay,
yeah.
let me pick one. So I
Yeah.
pick one, and then
Uh-huh.
it says, "Okay, now you got to get 7 more,
Yep.
so that you can get 3 free." Well,
Yep.
what?
Yep.
So now let me add another one. Well, this one's not free. How come I'm not getting my third
Right.
free? Oh, because I have to have 7 in my cart in order to get 3 of them for free.
Right. That's right.
Well, then screw that.
And
I just want my
over
free shit.
yeah, over $20 to get free shipping. And oh, I know. But you can get you can get some good stuff from there. I have gotten it. Oh,
Did you freeze or is that me? Hmm. Maybe it's just me. Can you hear me? Oh, did you just text me? That's funny. Just texts. She texts me on my work phone. Oh, okay. Her computer decided to restart, so she'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, it's just me. Me and my ugly mug. Hey, look, Jeff. I still have your embroidered hat that you made for me. I safeguard it. I make sure it doesn't get dirty hands on it or nothing. It's the only one in the world. Yep, I'm taking over. So, what are we going to do today? It's Jess's birthday, if y'all don't know. So we can sing her tunes and sing happy birthday, but I think she's a little old for all of that. So we'll stick to the original plan that I up with earlier. Just send her money, just cuz. No drama. Just send her money. Show her how much we've missed her. I've missed Jess a lot. I miss having my friend to get nerdy with about aquariums and fish stuff. Um, the reason I had asked her about her open loop for her linear pump was because Joe had texted me back in December about which air pump to get her. So I believe she got it, but I don't know. We haven't really talked enough yet about it. Oh, okay, this is Apple. If you don't open the message on an iPhone within 2 minutes, it reminds you that there's a message that you need to read. I can only go to one fishy event a year, so trying to figure out the best option. Thought it was Aquashella. If not, I got to start researching again. Okay, so disclaimer, asterisk on all of the stuff we just talked about. You have to kind of put yourself in our mindset versus somebody that's going to Aquashella for the experience of what it has to offer, an aquarium expo, trade show, whatever you want to call it. We're coming from a little bit of a biased perspective, I believe, because we got spoiled with the original Aquashellas um, in 2018, 2019. Um, that kind of got us in a frame of mind of this is how Aquashella is going to be. And then after COVID, and they started letting people do stuff again, um, it just picked up where it left off for the YouTubers, not for the regular event goers, the participants, all of the people. Um, as far as on the creator side of things is really where Aquashella has changed. So I am not going to tell you don't go to Aquashella because I've rarely been to an Aquashella as as just a normal person. I've always been there as a creator. So my thought and perception of Aquashella now as a creator, I'd rather just go to go. See if I can find some cool stuff and come home. Not to spend 2 days there, not to participate in, because there's nothing to participate in anymore. Um, but I wouldn't mind going just to see it and see everybody there. If that makes sense. So I wouldn't totally dismiss Aquashella just yet. You're talking to two people of many of us creators that have just seen the lack of support for creators in this previous Dallas Aquashella was just kind of an eye opener to, then why am I here? Kind of thing. If I'm going to enjoy it, buy some fish, buy some aquariums, buy some equipment, whatever, okay, cool. But as a creator, there wasn't really much point for me to be there. Be involved with the shrimp contest? Yes. Be involved with anything else? No. But that's just me. And that's why I say, don't take what we said about Aquashella and make it, oh, okay, I'm not going to go to Aquashella because they said it sucks. I don't know if it sucks because I haven't been on it, through the regular buy a ticket and go through since 2019 when I went to Chicago. But that was worth it. I'll still go to Dallas due to it being only 2 hours away. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We don't have very many of these big aquarium expos here in Dallas area. So take advantage of it while we have them here. But as far as a creator, it's not what it used to be. There you are. Ooh, I need to make a video like that.
Why can't I hear?
You can't hear? Did you hit the mute button? You can't hear anything? I can hear you. Did you turn your volume down? Yeah, quit pushing buttons, Jess.
You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I can't hear you.
Let's see if I can get these two. See if I can get these to focus. These are my favorite shrimp right now. Come on, focus. Focus. These are Black Galaxy shrimp that I got from last year's Aquashella. They were donated. I got them from Jamie Castleman. There's some blues. There's some purplish. There's some chocolate. They're all Black Galaxies, and I've taken the best ones from there, and I've put them into this. Get it moved around. There we are. That one's buried. That's a male right there on the right side. That's a buried female right there. Thing.
Why?
These are some really nice shrimp. Come on, focus, man.
Don't make any sense.
Maybe I should clean my glass. And then, of course, this one, I have some
I can hear that.
fish bones, and I can hear you, Jess, still. I can hear the button pushing. Bling, bling. And then over here, some of the Nancy's that are
Not
popping out some red steels, like that one right there.
kick it, Jeff. I know, right? Like y'all can hear me, but I can't hear y'all.
This one I haven't cleaned up lately because,
This is
like I said, there's a
freaking
bunch
weird.
of
All I did was restart.
I'm not laughing at you, Jess. And this one is one that I'm getting ready because what I'm going to do
I don't
is
want to
with
link my
whenever my
phone.
substrate gets here, I'm going to fill this
I
one
want to
up
hear.
with a thin layer of substrate. Still use the box method like I have on the other ones. Let's see. There's guppy grass. This is my guppy grass tank. Come on, man. How come it don't focus right? Those are some carbon realies with blue body. That one's buried. And
All
then
right, well,
here's blue shrimp.
I am going to restart the computer again. I don't know why it's not working.
Hurry! Ooh, here's my Santa Claus shrimp.
Sorry,
Or is he-
Jerry. I'll be back in a minute again.
Okay, I'll be here. So as you can see, I use all different methods of setting up my Caradina tanks. This is the regular substrate with double sponge filter, and I have that in all 6 of these aquariums. Double sponge and substrate. And then I've switched over on these 4, filter box with substrate and no substrate on the bottom. But I'm going to, like I said, today I'm going to put some substrate in there and see what the difference is between running a thin layer of substrate and no substrate. That's my breeder tank for my clown killifish right here. Let me show you. You can look up on top and see that there's a bunch of babies up there. Those little slivers that can't get quite in focus. Yeah, those are babies. And I don't put much plants or anything in there because I want to be able to see the babies. This is where the mom and dad are. I keep the mom and dad in this little box. The babies come out of that little sponge. I don't have to separate the fish at all because they do it themselves. The babies fry when they're so tiny because they're very tiny. They escape through the sponges and come out into this main tank. As you can see, I got quite a few. This is how I started breeding them. I know I'm talking and talking and I wasn't really listening to Jess because she was over there going, "What's this? Isn't working. That's I can hear that. How come I can hear that, but I can't hear?" So I just talked over her. Yeah, I know. Yes, I do like UGS. Honestly, I have the under gravel filter here. I converted this. This used to be my shrimp tank that I had when I was streaming right behind me. And I love UGFs. I think it's one of the most effective for as simple it is as it is. Out of all the technologies we have, this is pretty simple and it's effective. Um, so what I did here was that I have it pouring out into these tubs that empty out into the tank. And that's kind of my thought process was that under gravel filter boxes are becoming a big thing with the shrimping community. But why not just make the entire aquarium an under gravel filter box? That seems easier to me. And so far, it I think it works just fine. I've heard other people talk about they get problems with nitrates and stuff like that, but I'm still wanting to go back. I'm probably going to convert this tank back into a shrimp tank because I have so many clown killifish now that I kind of want to utilize this space for my shrimp because I have that aquarium with clown killifish, this aquarium with clown killifish, this aquarium with clown killifish, that one with clown killifish, um, that one with clown killifish. There's a bunch of here. This is kind of my grow out. It's hard to get focus with this stupid camera. Probably because of all the glare too. But yeah, I have a bunch of, there's probably 40 or 50 of them in here. And then I have that, all four of those have clown killifish.
Okay, for some reason, I
There you
still
are.
can't hear y'all.
You
So
can't hear me?
I'm going to pull it up over here and see if I can just.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't hear you. I'm going to pull it up on something else to see if I can at least get my audio from somewhere else.
That's weird that you can't hear. I kept on talking over you. Oh, you can't hear me. I can say all kinds of bad words on your channel and you won't know. I wouldn't do that to you, Jess. You know that. Silver Creek, love killies. I need to branch out, keeping more of them. Yeah, I'd love to branch out. I focused on the clown killifish for a couple of reasons. One, I really like the blue eyes when the males are in their love making mode. They really get really colorful. When the males are in their love making mode. I can hear me. Really I'm an echo.
Dang, I knew it was going to do that.
But I started doing the clown killifish because I think that they're small enough. Don't laugh at me, Jess. It's funny. I know it is. But I think the clown killifish, because I think they're small enough to where I could keep them with shrimp without having any issues. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do it.
It's something that I pushed on this thing.
Does it have a mute button on it? Oh, you can't hear me, can you?
Okay, let me think. Hang on.
Check your settings. Check your volume. Volume.
I don't
You don't have a volume button? Oh,
It says
type
it's
the
at
info.
82%. It's just not letting me hear it. Wait. What's this say?
ASL. There you go. I tried to type the info. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it won't.
Okay, it's got something to do with.
It's all you, man. I'm trying to tell you how. What did you do? You had to have hit a mute button. Did you check the settings? You can't hear me.
Today, we are visiting my friend Eliza, an avid collector and breeder of all things nanofish. We've done it.
Stop.
Are you looking on
Check
the
the settings on
YouTube side?
StreamYard, but
Breeder of all things nanofish. We've done it.
what?
Are you looking on the YouTube
When I check
side?
it audio. It hears me, and it will play music, or it will play from anything else. It'll play it on my speakers except StreamYard.
Let me see. Check the settings.
It says it's playing, but it's not. Shite. Stop.
Yeah, we can hear you when you go to that.
No, I'm not looking on the YouTube side. No, I'm not looking on the YouTube side.
Oh,
Check
good
the
times,
settings.
good times.
An audio in StreamYard. What is the output? It says audio, default microphone.
What's the other one? Speakers. Yep.
I'm using my Realtek speakers.
Okay.
But it's not even picking up it as an option. You're on your way to my house, Caleb. Nothing comes out. Yeah. Replace charades.
One word.
Again.
That's weird.
I'm gonna play this. If I mute this, then you can't hear me either.
Correct. The tab is almost certainly muted. I know, that's kind of what I'm thinking. What happened?
What tab is muted now?
Oh,
I mean, I don't know what tab is muted. I don't have it muted right there. What?
You can't hear me?
I'm listening to myself on this computer, but Sue, it's not reverbing.
You can't hear
I'm
me?
putting mute.
Use headphones. Try using headphones.
Right click on the StreamYard tab.
Right click on the StreamYard tab. Okay. Inspect. I don't have anything that sells me anything. Send to your devices. Oh, mute site. Oh. Huh. I know, right? Would help headphones help? That's kind of what
Where's a mute site?
up on top. You right click on the tab and then it says mute site. Not on the page, but on the little tab. Matt said it right. I just didn't comprehend. What is headphones? That's probably what happened. Breaking down the fish room. Now, I know I have it muted on the YouTube side, but that's so that way I can have the chat. Can you hear? Now you speak. See if I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
God bless America.
What did you do, Jeff?
Look, I promise you it's got something to do with this. But when I figured out what Matt was talking about, that there is a button up there that it says this tab is using your camera or microphone. And then if I right click it, it said unmute this site. So I unmuted it. But I don't remember. Right. I don't know how to I didn't know how to do that. So I promise you it's got something to do with this damn mouse and all of its buttons. So hang on just a second because I don't want these in my ears. Let me see if my things will work now.
Oh, I've missed you so much.
I can hear. Okay, we're good now. Okay, that's what happened. I guarantee you. All right. My goodness. Leave it to me, right? I promise you. It is not a Jess show unless there's technical difficulties.
You need to keep the $99 mouses away from you and stick to the $2.99 mouse with one button.
Yeah. And you know what? The reason I have his is because he took mine and lost it. And so when I went to get my computer today, I had no mouse. So I had to go get his mouse.
But really, why do you need a mouse, Jess? Don't you use the little slider pad right here on the laptop?
Yeah, you can, but I can't.
Hey, you don't need to be pushing all those buttons anymore. You're not doing the TAMs. There's no clickety click on everything like there used to be.
I know. It's just like kicking myself out. I didn't know I hit that button multiple times. It's Landon's fault.
Hey, that's pretty good though for a pop-up random, we don't know what the hell we're doing anymore thing. We've gone 2 hours.
I know.
Oh, look, you're gone again.
I know. But I'm back again.
Oh, there I am.
See, that's you. That's not me.
Yep, me too. Yeah, it's probably the interweb signal. Kind of slow here.
This is where we need the SpongeBob transition. It says 2 hours later.
2 hours later.
I'm not hitting no buttons.
Right? Hands are up.
No, I can't.
We just chat like this the whole time. How you
Can't use
doing?
my toes. I got my shoes on. And I don't like. I got new headphones for my birthday from Joe. I got new Bluetooth headphones, but I don't want to.
Nice. Those are the fancy Beat,
Yeah,
right?
I think.
The Beats
Hey,
or
what
whatever.
brand are these, Sonny? Soundcore? How much? Well, I shouldn't ask how much they were because that's rude. They were not cheap, though. I know that because he said they cost more than his speaker thing, and I know how much it costs. So, and I needed a new pair because my backup pair that I have are ones that they clamp on, like one piece goes in your ear and the other piece goes right behind your
I don't
ear.
like those.
And they, oh my God, after like not even an hour, your ear's like throbbing. And so those are my backup. But now I've got, these are my good ones. And then I have my good set that I had are now my backup. So she might be set off World Wars. Don't push the giant red button bunny. Uh-oh. Now Jerry's doing it. Nah. It's not me this time.
I don't know what.
I see you now.
I'm not pushing any buttons, damn it.
But it's a lag. We can hear you now and see you now, but now there's like a maybe 20-second different lag. Oh, well.
For me?
That's what, to me, it's telling me that we've done a 2 hours.
Yes, I agree.
And you got to get back to work.
No, I ain't going back to work now.
Oh,
Screw
you're
that.
not going back. Oh.
Nah.
Well.
I don't need to sell no damn sheds.
Yeah, we'll go out with a bang, Matt. We'll go out with a bang. All right. Well, yeah, that's where we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and y'all will just have to look forward to the next pop-up whenever it will happen. I don't know when. That's how we're gonna have to leave it. I'll have to look at my stuff and we'll go from there. And maybe Jerry can do a pop-up sometime, and I can pop up on his. And that's how we're gonna roll. So
There you go.
Everybody, it was so good to see you guys. You just don't know. And no, it won't be 7 months, I promise. But we will see you again. We'll just say soon, okay? We'll just say soon. Love you guys. We will see you soon.
Thanks, everybody. I love shrimp.
What's up, everybody? I love shrimp, and I love watching the Aquatic Morning Show.